Hey everybody, Gross here, AJ behind the camera.
Hello.
Dot's in the room.
Hello.
I'm here to do a Downs and Ups for A Change in the Winds by Nikki Mellado. This is a Annika Vienta mystery series. This is book one. For those that might not know, Nikki Mellado runs her own booktube channel called Writing for Jesus, and it's fabulous, so you should go check it out. I'll have it linked below. And this is her debut novel. So, here we go. Now, I like to preface these by saying there will be spoilers. So if you're going to read this and you don't want to be spoiled, then thanks for the view, and check out until you've read it. And trust me, more people need to read this. And I usually do my downs and then the ups so that we kind of finish on a happy note. And then there will be some like Goodreads information and my personal rating. Let's see, what else? I guess the genre would be Christian mystery. So, and Nikki, if you do watch this, please, who did the cover art? I looked and didn't see it. I like to say that too if I can. So, well anyway, let's get into A Change in the Winds. I don't normally do synopsises, so I'm not going to. Although, going forward, if anybody wants me to maybe read the back, let me know in the comments. I usually don't. I usually just do my downs and ups, and then I check out. But if you'd like me to start giving that information, let me know. So let's get into the downs first. And I hope nothing's here that makes you too sad. Nikki. This is much too short. It is only, I mean, if you count the author pages, it's 157 pages. I just feel like maybe another 100 pages could have really helped with deeper character development of more than just the main two characters. Like, we know that, oh boy, it's been a few days since I read this. We know that Crystal, we know that Crystal and, sorry, like I said, it's been a few days since I read this. Jake? Crystal and Jake are her employees, co-workers, and her close friends. But, maybe a little deeper into them. I know they're not the focal point of the story, but, just give it a little more depth of the characters. We are great with Annika and Cameron. Now, that leads into number 2 on Cameron. He feels far too perfect to be true. I mean, maybe I missed it, but it kind of feels like he has almost no flaws. And as far as I'm concerned, there is only one person in the history of our world, whoever could hang that resume on their wall. It doesn't take away from the story. It just makes him feel a little unrealistic. Okay? And don't take any of this personal, please. These are just opinions. So, I'm more than willing to talk about it, though. Number 3. I feel like Annika was maybe a little too free to discuss her case with pretty much everybody. Now, I get, like asking the sheriff for help, and maybe talking about high points or scary points or something with her friends. But I mean, it just kind of felt like everybody knew the ins and outs, and I don't know if PIs really work that way, and that might just be my ignorance. I just want to, it just kind of felt off. Like it, in everything else that I've read, they kind of seem more secretive. Anyway, and number 4, and I only have 4 downs. Normally I try to get 5, but I only had 4, so that's good. The story starts with Annika breaking the law. Like, she has done it just before the story starts, and she's kind of getting called into the sheriff to, get a slap on the wrist. But I kind of liked that aspect. Like a PI that will break laws, but not to like a super serious extent, to find answers. So I kind of liked that, and I thought that could have been examined or developed further. But that's just a personal thing. And like at the beginning with the 100-page thing, or the much too short, maybe it was that's just how this. I mean, the story is nice and tight. And I was just kind of looking. It's like a nitpick. So, I'm picking my nits. So that's my downs. Again, if you disagree or whatever, let me know. Now, the ups. Number 1, I thought that Maxwell was a great red herring. Because, I mean, I was so sure that he was behind at least some of the havoc that was chasing Annika. But that was really, really well done. I mean, I kind of had a feeling early on that Dr. Baines was the one we should be looking at. But Maxwell was written really well, and his attitude was awesome. Number 2, I've said this on some other books. This is set in Texas, and that's refreshing because so many books are just like in the huge cities, Chicago, LA, New York, London. So it's nice when a book is not in one of those locales. You get to learn new terrain, so to speak, and I really enjoyed that. Number 3, it's super engaging. I mean, right from the first page, you just get caught up, and I basically had to force myself to put it down to get some sleep, but then the next day I just ate the rest of it up. So this is a 2-sitting book for me, and only because I started reading it too late at night. I probably could have read it on the first day. Number 4, it is very easy to understand Dr. Baines and his reasoning and his motives on why he did the things that he did and why he went to the lengths that he did. Because I think that we're lying to ourselves if we say that we wouldn't go to those same lengths to protect or save the ones we love, even for one more day. So I know that I personally would do a great many things if it would save the 4 family members that I'm closest to, or 5. I mean, seriously, I would do a great deal. So I understand that, and that was written very, very well, and it tugs at your heart that he had to resort to all the crimes that he piled on top of one another, you know, and then had to face up to it. So that was kind of heartbreaking. So well done on that. And then number 5, you cannot know Nikki, and I don't really know her. I only know her through book 2. You cannot know her even in that way and not know about her faith and how passionate and serious she is about it. And then you read this book, and it's like a shining beacon. Excuse me. And I really appreciated that part of it, because, and I understand it might not be for everybody, but for the right type of heart at the right time, this is a breath of fresh air. There's scriptures all through it, good ones too. See if I can find a good one. I guess I should have marked these, I'm sorry. I feel really bad about this, because I know this is riveting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting to the part. Oh, here we go. Here they are. Like Annika's sitting in a safe cell, and she's been given her Bible, and she like finds her way back to God, and she reads a few passages that are marked. And I mean, some of them are all of them are great, but I think the one that kind of hit me the hardest was this one. It's Isaiah 45:9. And if you don't like people reading scripture, then, you know, you might want to skip a couple of seconds. Isaiah 45:9. Woe to him who quarrels with his maker. Does the clay say to the potter, what are you making? I mean, you know, it's simple, but it's also not. So the message in here is really, really good. And yeah, so I just want her to know that it's not too godly. It's not too religious. I mean, there's always going to be somebody who might complain about that. But if your heart's in the right place, then this is a very refreshing read. And I kind of had 2 other thoughts that weren't downs or ups. Well, one could kind of be a bonus up. I like that Annika is a PI, a private investigator. I like that a lot, because a lot of people would have just went with she's one of the detectives, and she's suspended and now has to work on the case on her own and risk her job, you know. But this was kind of neat. And kind of piggybacking on that, when she actually needed to use her gun skills, I loved the conflict that we got inside. So that was really well done as well. And then there's a book 2, which I have sitting right here. I'm going to read later this month. So here's hoping for a good resolution for Cameron and his mom. Now let's get to the numbers. Hopefully I did good, by the way, and I hope that, Nikki, I hope you're not nervous anymore. because I want you to know that I don't blow smoke at anybody. If you tell me you want an honest review, then that's what you're going to get. I might not be rude, because I try not to be, but you're going to get honesty, and I'm fair. So hopefully you felt that way. Okay, this was published in February 2019. Again, I would love to know who did the cover art. I mean, the fire on the back looks like a photo, and this might be one too. But I still would like to know if you catch this and don't mind. This has a 4.50 rating on Goodreads. Now that's only across 6 ratings and 3 reviews, and that includes mine. So we need to get the word spread. I'm gonna recommend this to people on Goodreads. I don't have a wide scope or a great reach or anything, but maybe somebody else will read it and feel the same way, and maybe we can get it to more people. I gave it, out of my personal rating scale, an 8.50 out of 10, which I guess makes a 4.25. Really, the only thing that knocked it down at all is like I said, the not really lack, but not enough supporting character development. I know it's only 157 pages, but maybe a couple pages could have been added, giving us more than just the main 2 characters. So, although we did get good description on the motives of Dr. Baines. Well, anyway, that is A Change in the Winds by Nikki Mellado. Oh, by the way, I love this, how her name looks like Hanukkah, and she puts it in the beginning, how to pronounce it, like the Jewish holiday Hanukkah, but the H is silent. So you read that and you immediately know it's Hanukkah, which is great. Mine's signed, by the way. Another great thing about this that I need to say is when you read the author page, it says on the back, 100% of the proceeds from this book will go to the following ministries: Widows and Orphans, Job Training for Widows and Education for Orphans. I'm going to mispronounce this word, so I apologize. Casita Ministries, freeing women from slavery and reaching out to those in pagan religions. Voice of the Martyrs, bringing comfort to those suffering for their faith. And it says if you'd like to make a donation, please email Nikki Mellado at gmail.com. Which I think that when we can afford it, we might do so. Because we like to donate to things, because we have it a lot better than most people. So, that was A Change in the Winds, Book 1 of the Annika Vienta Mystery Series. Book 2 is titled Eye of the Storm. So I'll be reading that pretty soon. And like I said, I will have Nikki's BookTube channel linked below. Go check it out. Watching her videos it's like she's a breath of fresh air. She's always so happy, and I don't know. You'll see if you watch her videos. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Let me know down below what you thought, and if you've read this. And I will see all of you down the road.
Reading more.